In the vast expanse of human endeavor, where the relentless pursuit of knowledge meets the limits of the moral compass, there is a dimly lit crossroads. It's here, in these murky intersections of progress and ethical ambiguity, that the stories of 10 extraordinary minds unfold. Their journeys, marked by both brilliance and controversy, weave a complex tapestry that challenges our understanding of progress. These stories, shrouded in the mists of innovation and infamy, beckon us into a world where the quest for understanding veers into realms both awe-inspiring and deeply disturbing, igniting a spark of curiosity about the shadowy facets of human achievement.
Welcome to Path to Facts, where mysteries are solved and wonders are revealed. Today we'll delve into a world that's right under our noses, yet still full of surprises.
1. Josef Mengele, infamously known as the Angel of Death. Mengele was a Nazi doctor at the Auschwitz concentration camp during World War II. He performed gruesome experiments on prisoners, including children and especially twins, to further his twisted theories of racial purity and genetic manipulation. These experiments often resulted in death, disfigurement, or excruciating suffering, leaving a dark stain on the history of medicine. Mengele's sinister legacy is further complicated by his notorious escape and evasion of justice, which denied many of his victims and their families the closure of seeing him held accountable for his atrocities. 2. Shiro Ishii, a leading figure in Japan's biological warfare during World War II, Ishii was the head of Unit 731, a secret research unit that conducted live human experimentation under the guise of medical research. The unit's activities, which included the development of biological weapons and the testing of these weapons on human subjects, have been described as some of the most heinous war crimes in history. The secrecy surrounding Unit 731 and the lack of accountability for its leaders, including Ishii, have cast a shadow over international relations and ethical standards for warfare and medical research. 3. Trofim Lysenko. Dominating Soviet agriculture since the late 1920s, Lysenko rejected Mendelian genetics in favor of his own pseudoscientific ideas, leading to widespread agricultural reforms known as Lysenkoism. His fraudulent research and political maneuvering led not only to the suppression of scientific truth, but also to massive agricultural failures that contributed to famines that killed millions. The disastrous consequences of Lysenko's influence highlight the dangers of allowing ideological dogma to override scientific evidence, a lesson that remains relevant in contemporary debates over science and policy. 4. Fritz Haber, awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his invention of the Haber-Bosch process. Haber's legacy is deeply tainted by his contributions to chemical warfare. Despite his role in developing a process that helped feed billions by synthesizing ammonia for fertilizer, his enthusiasm for chemical weapons during World War I has made him a controversial figure. Haber's work illustrates the profound paradox of scientific achievement. The same innovation that can sustain life on a global scale can also be used to cause widespread death and suffering. 5. Robert Oppenheimer. As scientific director of the Manhattan Project, Oppenheimer's leadership led to the creation of the atomic bomb, a weapon of unprecedented destructive power. The ethical implications of this creation, especially the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, have provoked intense debate about the role of scientists in warfare and the moral responsibilities that accompany technological progress. Oppenheimer's poignant reflection on his role in the development of nuclear weapons, in which he famously quotes the Bhagavad Gita, "Now I have become death, the destroyer of worlds," encapsulates the profound moral conflict faced by scientists at the forefront of technology that can change the course of human history. 6. Sidney Gottlieb. As the mastermind behind the CIA's MK-Ultra project, Gottlieb oversaw experiments in mind control, drug effects, and chemical warfare, often involving unsuspecting subjects. These experiments not only violated ethical standards, but also had lasting psychological effects on participants, leading to public outrage and congressional investigations after they were brought to light. Gottlieb's pioneering work in the shadow of the Cold War raises troubling questions about the limits of government authority in scientific research and the protection of individual rights in the pursuit of national security objectives. 7. Heinrich Kramer, co-author of the Malleus Maleficarum. Kramer played a major role in the witch hunts that swept across Europe in the late 15th and early 16th centuries. His work, which advocated the persecution, torture, and execution of those accused of witchcraft, reflects the dangerous intersection of superstition, misogyny, and pseudoscience. Kramer's lasting impact on the persecution of witchcraft underscores the lasting impact of pseudoscientific beliefs when they are institutionalized and used to justify the oppression of marginalized groups. 8. Edward Teller. Known for his advocacy of nuclear weapons and his role in the development of the hydrogen bomb, Teller's contributions to the Cold War arms race have been the subject of criticism. Teller's unwavering support for the development of even more powerful nuclear weapons, despite the already catastrophic potential of atomic bombs, has raised ethical questions about the role of scientists in the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. His contentious relationship with fellow scientists, particularly his role in the revocation of Oppenheimer's security clearance, reveals the complex interplay between personal ambition, scientific progress, and ethical responsibility. 9. Ilya Ivanovich Ivanov pushed the boundaries of ethical scientific research with his controversial attempts to create a human-ape hybrid. His experiments, which involved artificially inseminating female chimpanzees with human sperm and vice versa, not only failed, but also subjected his subjects to inhumane conditions and questionable scientific practices. Ivanov's quest to blur the lines between species underscores the ethical considerations that must guide scientific inquiry, especially when it involves sentient beings and the potential for suffering. 10. Hermann Muller. Although he won the Nobel Prize for his discovery of the mutagenic effects of X-rays on genetics, Muller's advocacy of eugenics and the use of radiation to induce mutations was controversial. His belief in the potential of controlled mutations to improve the human gene pool reflects a controversial period in genetics, when the lines between scientific discovery and ethical behavior were blurred. Muller's advocacy of eugenics and radiation-induced mutations illustrates the complex ethical landscape that scientists navigate, balancing the pursuit of knowledge with the potential impact of their work on human values and society. As we conclude these tales of brilliance shadowed by controversy, don't let the story end here. Subscribe for more insights, like to show your interest, share to ignite discussion, and comment with your thoughts on the fine line between discovery and ethics.